ब्लॉग्स और आज मैं पहुंच चुकी हूँ सिनेकार्निवल मल्टीप्लेक्स में एक और मूवी देखने के लिए जिसका मुझे बेसब्री से वेट था। आरआरआर मूवी। लास्ट वीकेंड मैंने कश्मीरी फाइल्स देखी थी। इस बार लेट्स सी ट्रिपल आर मूवी कैसी है। हाइप तो बहुत ज़्यादा बना हुआ है, तो मैं अपना रिव्यू आप सबके साथ शेयर करूँगी। स्टे Hello guys, welcome back. So right now I'm about to discuss what are my feelings after watching the movie Triple R. So yesterday I watched the movie Triple R and it was bang on. Let me tell you, the action sequences, the entire movie cinematography, everything was spectacular. So first let me begin with the movie, how it starts. So right in the initial scene of the movie, we get to see Ramcharam Teja's character being mobbed by a huge crowd. I mean, people are trying to attack him and he's sort of trying to escape from that crowd. And we get to know that he actually works for the British officers. So he is an officer who works for Britishers, right? That we get to see. But why he works for the Britishers, nothing is disclosed by now. Now we get to see another character that gets introduced, which is of Junior NTR, and his intro scene was the best because that scene is set up in a forest background and we see a animal chase sequence where he is running and there's a hyena running behind him, and after that later on a tiger also joins in that chase sequence. And the way it is being shot, the cinematography is spectacular. That's splendid. I mean, I watched the 3D version and the experience was super awesome. So I would also recommend you guys to watch the 3D version of this movie. So that entire chase sequence where there's hyena also and there's this tiger also, and how the tiger gets captured by Junior NTR, that is bang on. His character's name is Bheem and Ramcharan Teja's character name is Ram. So basically then we see the next shot where both this Ramcharan's character and NTR's character, they try to save a child. So basically a child is being trapped in water and both of them try to save that child. And in that sequence itself, I think their friendship is being introduced to the audience, that how they became friends. So the contrast that I observed between both the characters of Ram and Bheem was that Bheem was a sort of innocent character and you can see the expressions on his face. Like whatever he wanted to say, he expresses using his face and his gestures. So he is basically more emotional and more vulnerable as a character. Whereas on the contrast, when we get to see Ram's character, he has a stoic expression on his face where he's not that emotional. He doesn't convey everything through his facial expression. So he's more reserved kind of person. So we get to know that later on, that what is his story and the background behind his behavior and everything. But they turn out to be good friends, and there's a song also devoted to a friendship. That song is also nice, and later on their friendship develops. So what happens is, basically in this story, the basic plotline I'm going to discuss. I will not give you much of the spoilers because I don't want to spoil your movie watching experience. So there's this girl, and this girl belongs to a community, a marginalized community, and she is being abducted by the Britishers. And the character of Bheem tries to rescue the girl and he wants to take her back from the Britishers, and this whole community is united with him. But now the British officers want the character of Bheem to be captured by Ram. So Ram is obviously working for the Britishers, so he tries to, search and look for him. So he has a sketch in his hand. That sketch is of Bhim, and but I don't understand one thing, because he had the sketch of Bhim all the time, and while he had that friendship with Bhim, wasn't he able to recognize that this sketch actually looks much like Bhim? So there somewhat I feel that was illogical, that he kept on asking each and every other person that have you seen this person or not. So, but the entire time when he was with Bhim, he could easily guess that the portrait he is carrying, it actually looks like Bhim. So I don't know, maybe it was supposed to get revealed later on, which he obviously comes to know, and after he comes to know also, that is again a dramatic sequence. When Ram comes to know that Bhim is the person that he was looking for, because Bhim would have changed his name and everything. He doesn't reveal his identity that his name is Bhim, so he pretends to be Akhtar. But when he comes to know, then Ram gets angry. Then Ram and Bhim also, there's a fight scene. Okay, when Ram comes to know that Bhim is actually the person he was looking for, so he will sort of try to attack him, and this Bhim will be surprised that why this Ram is attacking me. That fight sequence is also superb. Another scene that's beautiful in this movie was, I think, the last scene. That is bang on. I mean, the second half of the movie is terrific. So some of you guys might be let down by the first half of the movie, because the first half of the movie is somewhat, you might feel they're trying to drag the story, whereas I do enjoy it, because this movie's genre is very different. As you all know that Rajamouli sir is known for making such kind of movies with larger than life images, with fictional characters and everything. So I already dismissed my logics and everything before watching this movie, because I know that I'm going for a movie which is going to be little illogical. But then again, the actors have nailed their role. The characterization has been brilliant, and Rajamouli sir is known to play with emotions, like the way those characters' emotions are being shown. Well, obviously the cinematography is amazing. There's no doubt in that. But the way he sort of tries to put across the emotions of the characters in his movies, that is some other level. I think not every director is capable of doing that. Rajamouli sir sort of knows the pulse of the Indian audience. So I won't say this is just an action movie. This is also an emotional movie. In this movie, you get to see the strong bond of friendship between Ram and Bhim. You also get to see the unity of the Indians against the Britishers, because when Ram realizes that because of Bhim, the people just got united, even if they didn't have arms and ammunitions. And Ram's purpose was that he wanted to get arms and ammunitions, okay, from the Britishers. That's why he was working for them. And then again, he has a backstory. And Ajay Devgan's character is a very small part, which we get to see in the second half. It's a background story of how Ram became like this. I mean, why he works for the Britishers and everything. That gets disclosed. I won't say the entire story, but I can say that all you Ajay Devgan fans, you're gonna be a little disappointed, because that part is really small. I mean, Ajay is not given enough space in this movie. And the wife's part is played by Shreya Saran. Again, her character is small, but she has acted well, I can say. And Alia Bhatt's character as Sita is almost negligible, that I can say. I think the screen presence of the lady characters in this movie is almost near to nothing. I can say it's almost like nothing. I wish, just like other movies of Rajamouli sir, like in Bahubali, we get to see Dev Sana's character that is so strong, Shiv Gamni's character. But again, it's unlikely for us to compare it with Bahubali, because that was a whole different venture, that was a different genre. And we should not compare these two movies. But I wish that the character of Sita, which was played by Alia, could have been given little bit of more screen space, so that we could get to see a more strong performance by Alia. But here there was no scope only for her to show her acting skills. So in the little bit of character, which was, as I said, negligible space that she got in the movie, I feel as if they have just used her for promoting this movie in the north side. Maybe I could be wrong, but they should have given us some more space. That's what I want. Or maybe they feared that the movie would get more lengthy, because Already I felt the movie was little bit more lengthy. It could have been edited in a better way. I mean, half an hour of the movie could have been easily chopped off, which made the movie little bit lengthy. Some of the useless scenes, they could have been edited out. That's my personal opinion, but because I was enjoying the movie, that didn't matter to me a lot. But that's just one of the cons of the movie. There is also a song in this movie. It gets played as a party which is thrown in the British mansion. So Nacho Nacho song is an energetic number. I mean, if you will get to hear that song in the multiplex itself, you feel like to dance. Like I when listened to that song, I almost felt like, oh, let's party, let's dance. So it's a high energy number. And hats off to Junior NTR and Ramcharam Teja. Oh god, they have nailed the performance. And they were full of energy and the audience was filled with energy. Everybody was clapping, whistling. So yeah, that sequence is also amazing. The best part is saved for the last sequence. In the last sequence, when the character of Ram will come totally in his Ram avatar, and there is this mantra which is getting played in the background. It is some kind of shlok, and the entire ambience, I mean, wow, that was brilliantly done. And he leaps into the air and he with his bow and arrow, it was absolutely like he was trying to play Ramji itself, I guess. So overall, I can say after watching the movie is a complete paisa vasool kind of performance by all the actors. You won't be disappointed, you won't be let down. You can watch this movie with your friends, with your family, with anybody that you wish to watch. And yes, you have to dismiss certain amount of logic and practicality while watching this movie. If you are a Rajamouli sir's movie fan, then obviously you're gonna enjoy it just like me, and you will not do nitpicking and try to find out the flaws that okay, this is against the gravity, this is against scientific laws, this, that. Just don't think about these things. And emotionally, obviously, while watching this movie, it will move you because the kind of friendships that has been portrayed by both the lead characters, the kind of friendship that they try to show will obviously touch your heart. So it's not an just out and out action movie. It also has a lot of emotional layers in the characters while watching the movie that you can get to see. And there's this one particular scene where he sort of tries to rescue Mali and he will enter into the British palace to attack the Britishers, and along with him all these animals will be also set free to go and attack the British officers. So the way this scene has been done is a visual treat to watch. The animals trying to attack the British officers, the larger than life sequences, the entire atmosphere, everything looked fab. I mean, if you watch it in theaters, I would advise the audience to please go and watch it in theaters. I don't think if you watch it in OTT later on, then you will get the same experience as you get to watch when you see it in theaters. That's my suggestion, and I hope that you go with your family. There are no adult scenes in this movie, so you can go and enjoy this movie and watch with your kids and with your friends or anyone. Just go for it. If you like my videos, then do subscribe to my channel Sweetie Vlogs and hit the like button. Share this video among your friends and families, and do mention in the comment section what else kind of videos you would like me to post. Till then, see you, bye bye, take care, and yes, do not forget to press the bell icon for latest notification, and I'll be coming in my upcoming videos with some new content and interesting things. Till then, bye bye.